Yo, what's up YouTube? Today I'll be showing you how to instantly win the game at level 1 if you're stronger than the enemy top laner. Now I will be doing it in this video on Urgot, who is of course very strong level 1, but this is easily reproducible on any level 1 powerhouse champion. If you're playing like a Darius, Warwick, Fiora, Jax, Trundle, etc., this is a strategy you should 100% look to use in your games to help you climb. And in this video I'll be showing you the right and the wrong way to do it, so I hope you guys enjoy. So let's start off with the wrong way. So this is usually against people that know that Urgot's cheesing. The reason you want to be in this bush is that the main thing is you want to wait for this wave to crash as it's coming in, and then you want to run behind the wave and look to fight them so that you can zone them off XP and just take their HP, right? The issue is if the enemy expects you to be cheesing and they drop a ward in this brush level 1, this really neutralizes your ability to cheese because one, now you take creep aggro as the minions fight, as you can see. It's also hard to get behind them because they don't have to walk up past you here, so you can't flip them. And 3, it makes it so that once the minions aggro you, you can no longer deny them XP, which is the main point of this cheese. If I draw the minion away like this, it meets up over here, so even if I push this guy all the way back here, he'll still be in range to get the XP from these 3 creeps right here. And that's a big deal, because this is entire point of level 1 cheese is to level 1 chunk and to zone them off minions. So again, this is the wrong way to cheese, and this is if the person knows you're trying to cheese them and they ward this brush, it really neutralizes it. So now I'll show you the right way to cheese. Now, the most important thing when you're doing this cheese that you have to keep in mind is you don't want to disturb the minion wave. Whenever you try to fight level 1, you want to make sure that it's after the wave crash. Like, you want the wave to meet in the middle, node interruptions, and crash before you look to fight. That's very important, because if you look to do and fight before the wave crashes, or you drag it some sort of way, then you won't be able to zone them off XP. Alright, so to counterplay their potential ward in this brush, what we're going to do is we're going to drop a ward in this brush ourselves here. Now, you can do this anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. I drop it a little bit later in this video, but you can just immediately drop it at like 30 seconds. That's fine. All I need to do is cover the timing as the first wave enters to see if he wards that brush or not. So I'm going to look to check some of these brushes here to see if I can find the enemy. If I'm not there, then I can go back and I can take the river position to see if I can walk behind him now. So fast forward a little bit. As we see the wave starts to arrive, Ryze is going to walk up here and drop a ward in this brush, right? He's going to think I'm cheesing. Okay, boom. He's like, okay. Now he sees, okay, nice. Urgot's not in the bush. That means I'm safe. I can walk up. I don't have to be scared. And you can notice that because I'm not in this bush, the minions don't have a target to aggro on. So they get to meet normally in the middle here, which is beautiful. Perfect. Exactly what we want. And because he had that confidence to walk up, now we can take our angle to walk behind him from the river here, and now we can look to get a really nice trade on him. And not only do we get a really nice trade on him, because the minions are so far over here and not over here because we didn't drag them, we can actually push him off the XP here. He's not an XP range, but I am in XP range myself. I'm closer. I don't care about the CS, right? I just care about the XP. So we get 3 XP, he loses 3 XP, and he takes a bad trade. Now, usually this trade would be better, but Ryze is actually able to trade back pretty decently level 1, so it's an equal trade, but that's still good for us because we're up 3 XP, and now we're in a position to do all sorts of good stuff. Like at level 2, we can look to E-Flash on him with our XP advantage and our Ignite. Like here, I could look to E-Flash. I should look to E-Flash here. I don't know why I didn't, but that's not the point of the video. And yeah, basically, it's just a very meaningful advantage. And this advantage is really important in matchups that you can't fight once they get some ability points, like that you're only stronger at than at level 1, which is a lot of Urgot matchups. So these ranged matchups like Jace, Gnar, Ryze, etc., if you cannot get a meaningful lead level 1 and try to convert that into something, you don't really have a way to play trades once they get access to all 3 of their abilities, because they can just heavily outtrade you, outspace you, and you can't do anything. So this level 1 setup here is really crucial in these matchups, especially if you're running Ignite to set up some kind of like XP lead, some kill lead, maybe like set up a freeze and a gank on a bounce back, etc. So let's look at another game back in a previous patch when I was in Korea. As you can see here, I dropped my ward level 1, and he's taking that bush preemptively instead of warding it because he thinks he's safe in it, right? He thinks he's safe in it. He thinks he has space to be able to kite me out here if he's taking this brush. He doesn't know I have vision on him. So again, this is another advantage of it, is that I can use my range here to fight him right now. I can get an auto and I can get an E out instantly here. If I had to actually walk up and face check him in the brush, it would be a lot harder and a lot less consistent to be able to E him here, because he could juke either way. You know, when you're really close to the target, it's hard to get that E in because you don't know which way he's gonna run. And furthermore, I wouldn't be able to get that first auto win, which is a big deal because this lets me get my PTA trade here really nicely and keep hitting legs on him here. It would be a lot less DPS if I couldn't get that initial auto win, right? So now, like, I could have looked to kill him here again. I messed up again, but I could have killed him there. But you can see the power of this level 1 ward. And it has so much utility. And just, one, not dragging the wave, and two, just giving you that preemptive vision to start fighting immediately. You don't have to check, you don't have to face check them. You see they're in there. You know exactly how to play the level 1. And in general, I think this is really, really strong ward and a really strong strategy that doesn't really have much counterplay for enemy level 1. If you are in lower elo, you don't have to ward this brush, I will say. Usually they won't check it, but if you start to get to higher elos, I've noticed this happens consistently in my games because they're so used to me trying to cheese level 1. They will always drop a ward in this brush, or they'll try to guard it to prevent it level 1 from getting cheesed. And on the flip side, if you're not playing Urgot and you're playing against a strong level 1 champion, this ward is very effective. Like, if playing against like a Warwick or a Darius, any champion that wants to try to get behind you and trade super hard and fight you level 1, this is the kind of ward that you want to use to spot them out. And this is, in this video, is the counterplay to that ward. So hope this was a really educational topic for you guys. Definitely planning to release more of these. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or any feedback in the comments. And again, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much.